Welcome to the Introduction module of the Works Clearinghouse WWC Group Design Standards training. This module provides an overview of core concepts, important logistics, and key resources referenced in the WWC Group Design Standards training series. On the slides, some words are underlined and in bold. Definitions for these terms are in the glossary, which is available on the WWC website, whatworks.ed.gov. To receive a certificate of completion for viewing these training modules, you must view the videos on the WWC's website. You can access all of the resources mentioned in this module through the WWC's website, whatworks.ed.gov. This module provides an introduction to the WWC Group Design Standards training. In this module, we will outline the purpose and the goals of this training and explain the certification options. We will also provide some background information about the WWC, including what we do and how we do it. In addition, we will describe the logistics related to the training, including how to access additional resources that may be helpful to you throughout the training. Finally, we will introduce and give a brief overview of the topics that subsequent modules will cover. The WWC offers this training to inform the public about our design standards, increase transparency of our review process, and promote the use of rigorous research. The purpose of this training is to describe and explain key elements of the WWC Group Design Standards and how the WWC uses those standards to identify high-quality, rigorous research. Each module of this training focuses on a different aspect of the standards. It also describes the procedures the WWC uses to review studies and how it reports findings. Finally, the training will prepare those who are interested in pursuing the optional group design certification process. Although this training will go into depth on the WWC standards, it is not a comprehensive training on research methods or designs more generally. The training will reference many research concepts, but it will only discuss them in the context of the WWC standards. This training is appropriate for those interested in assessing the credibility of research evidence on the effectiveness of educational interventions and interpreting research findings. This may include people trying to make evidence-based decisions in education settings, or researchers who are developing rigorous studies to meet WWC Group Design Standards. Those who view the first 6 modules in this training will earn a certificate of completion for doing so. To receive a certificate of completion, you must view these 6 videos on the WWC's website. For people who want to pursue certification through the WWC, there are 2 options available. Those who view the full set of 9 modules in the online training are eligible to become certified in the WWC Group Design Standards. To do so, trainees must successfully complete a certification exam that tests knowledge of the standards covered in the training modules. The certification test, along with the 3 additional training modules, which include content about WWC procedures and standards, can be accessed using the additional training and certification link on the homepage of the online training site. After becoming certified in the WWC Group Design Standards, trainees may also be eligible to become certified reviewers for the WWC. Achieving this level of certification requires successful completion of additional tasks. Those who successfully complete this level of certification can be included in the list of certified reviewers on the WWC website, and the WWC or the Institute of Education Sciences may contact them to assist with review efforts. To determine which option to pursue, consider which certification level you would ultimately like to earn. Viewing the first 6 modules is a part of the pathway to the certificate of completion and both levels of certification. Before you participate in the training, it will be helpful to have some basic information on the Works Clearinghouse. The WWC is an initiative of the Institute of Education Sciences at the U.S. Department of Education. The purpose of the WWC is to evaluate and summarize the rigorous research on education interventions. We define interventions as any educational program, product, practice, or policy aimed at improving student outcomes. An intervention might be a math curriculum, an after-school program, the use of educational software, or an instructional practice for teaching reading. When evaluating research, we use a common set of standards to guide our work. This allows the WWC to be consistent and transparent in our efforts. This training focuses on the most frequently used set of WWC standards, called the Group Design Standards. When we apply the Group Design Standards, we focus on effectiveness research, studies that try to determine whether an intervention caused an improvement in student and teacher outcomes. We do this to provide educators and decision makers with information to make evidence-based decisions. We provide information to educators by summarizing our findings in different types of publications. Using a systematic review process, intervention reports summarize all the rigorous evidence on a specific intervention to support evidence-based decision-making. Practice guides help educators address classroom challenges by offering concrete suggestions and summarizing the evidence base associated with the suggested practices. Finally, quick reviews contain the WWC's assessment of a single publication that is receiving media attention.